Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're going to be playing with Urshifu VMAX today as we lead into the Pokemon World Championships. I don't expect this deck to show up at all at Worlds in terms of it doing super well. I think it doesn't have a great Palkia matchup, it doesn't have a great Mew matchup, and it even struggles against Dark Intel decks that are playing Dunsparce, so overall, those are the three benchmarks, the three top decks of the format. So if you're not, if you don't have a good match against two of those three, your deck probably shouldn't be considered for the World Championships. And this deck has an arguably decent matchup against one of those three. So, but it's still pretty fun to play with, as Urshifu does offer Gale Thrust doing 30 damage plus 120 more damage if it became active during that turn, and G-Max Rapid Flow allowing you to damage two bench Pokemon for 120 damage. Now this combination in tandem with bonus damage from Radiant Blastoise's Pump Shot ability, discarding a water, putting 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, having 6 again to Headbutt Tantrum, place damage counters, and Quick Shooting as well to place damage counters, and finally Medicham B to Yoga Loop and put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, and allowing you to get an extra turn if you knocked out a Pokemon, plays really nicely into being able to set up an almost impossible scenario for your opponent to recover from. You also have Passimian to increase the bench damage with Throwing Coach, along with a Telescopic Sight, so you have everything in your power to potentially pull off big moves and create this sort of checkmate situations. Yeah, and obviously the Intel Online helps you accomplish that by searching for any trainer you might need, along with Octillery. And this deck plays a lot of single cards in order to make sure that it has access to what it needs it to be, to adapt to all the different situations. And this is just one card different from once again Jake Gearhart's original list that he was promoting like a month or so ago. So props to him on the list. Let's jump in the ladder, see what we can do with this Urshifu with the Irida engine. If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tablemon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. If you're looking for sealed product, Paladin Cards has some of the best deals, and you can get 5% off any purchase with code Tablemon5. This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Alright, so we get to go first. We have a pretty decent hand, actually. As we have energy, we have search for the Urshifu, so we can start threatening whatever is in my opponent's active spot. And it is an Arceus, so even better, right? Even better. So now the difficult card to get here is definitely the Rapid Strike energy, which begs the question, is there something I should do about that? Because what I'm thinking is, if I... No, there's no way. There's no way to guarantee the energy, which sucks. So I would need a Remoraid, and then next turn we need to go Melanie onto the Urshifu and then use Octillery to search for the card. However, I do not have access to... I don't have enough cards. I would rely on a top deck to be able to pull that off. So I think we'd rather test the waters, establish Urshifu here. We know we're up against an Arceus deck, and simply attach an energy. So one problem with this deck is that it doesn't really have a way to draw cards. It's very reactive, but it's hard to take the initiative with it. I might end up using Keep Calling next turn, but the plan right now is to go Evo Incense, evolve the bench Sobble, grab a Melanie onto the Urshifu, and then if we get it, we can knock out the Arceus. If we don't, then we probably Keep Calling for another Urshifu, the Remoraid, and we'll see what else. What? Right off the bat, we are seeing a very questionable card on my opponent's side of the field. Wow, how do they just... Oh my gosh. All right, so my opponent's starting with the perfect setup and situation. Unbelievable. It is what it is. All right, so we're gonna stick with our plan. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try and get a knockout on that friend off of the Melanie, drawing one of our 4 energies. Chances are not very high, of course, but if that doesn't happen, then we'll go ahead and keep calling. Now, the threat of the Malar VMAX is very real, so I'll have to see what happens there. No dice. Right here, no dice for us. All right. And if they have the Malamar VMAX, I'm just gonna be really mad, honestly. Like, generally, truly mad. All right, we're gonna go ahead and keep calling and establish these friends. I'm gonna be really mad if they just have the thing raw. I mean, they probably just have the RKV star though, right? Probably should have attached energy to the Drizzle. Yep. Could they have handpicked their cards any better? What is even happening? You've got to be kidding me. What is even happening? How? They had the Mauler VMAX, the boss to go after my... They just had everything. Oh my god. This is actually so dumb. I mean, I wish I could draw like my opponent. Like, I wish I could handpick my starting hand like my opponent did. I wish I knew how to do that. All right. So I am going to hit with this friend, right? Definitely would need to grab the Rapid Strike energy. All right, I should be safe. I can hit for 150, no problem. I will evolve, because then that sets up the 2-hit KO, which is great. And is there a chance? There is a chance I could knock both of these out next turn, right? So I might as well evolve. Oh no, if I evolve now, that's bad. I should have thought this through better, but it's okay. It's okay. 1-card hand, 2-card hand now. Okay, they just go Max Jammer. Will they realize that I have the win right here? I have Boss, Urshifu VMAX, and Passimian. I need all of those cards. Oh no, I don't need the Passimian actually. Yeah. Okay. Yep, I should have. I mean, they would have just put the boss away, right? Okay, so can I do it with that Irida top deck? I can if I have my... Okay, my escape rope, but I couldn't even check. All right. I don't even remember if this deck plays escape rope. It might not, actually. Anyways. All right. On to the next one. All right, we're going first. We gave out, I believe, a couple mulligans, and my hand sucks. So this is just not good at all. Very different from the previous hand. Yep, there's a 2 mulligans for my opponent. We do see an Arceus. And, I mean... So I'll be like a turn behind, essentially, right? That's what's going to happen. I'll be a turn-ish behind. So I'm going to go ahead and attach there, and I will pass, and we'll see what else. From my opponent's perspective, this would look like a Palkia deck for now. Oof. Well, I certainly cannot beat Geralt on VMAX as I have no way to attack it. So I'm not going to waste time here. I'm just going to go ahead and concede. On to the next match. All right. This hand is somehow worse than the previous one. And we are going second. So we are in a lot of trouble, to say the least. We need essentially a pass here. But we're going to see a quick ball away on energy. We're up against Dark Intel. And we're just going to lose outright. Unless I top deck Irida. I'm just going to lose outright. Oh, well. Okay. Maybe my opponent priced all their Arcuses. I don't know. On to the next match, I guess. Alright. Once again, not the best hand. But now we're the ones on the receiving end of the mulligans. And, I mean, at least we'll get to play, you know? Double research, double Marnie, Arceus probably means flying Pika, maybe? Or like some sort of Arceus with VMAX build. Could be Gyarados, could be Malamar VMAX, could be flying Pikachu. Either way, we're in a decent spot. My opponent will not be happy seeing that Urshifu. I top deck Melanie. That would be really solid. I'm gonna just start with the double turbos so easily. Okay, I wish this was a single prize Pokemon, then I could scoop up and get Sobble and set up. Unfortunately, that will not be the case. There's a chance my active goes down, actually. Like I might need to just grab Remoraid. Wow, this is just really bad, honestly. This is... I have no good out or anything here. Okay. We're gonna grab Sobble. Then with the Sobble, I might just grab Irida next turn. I'm not gonna attach the energy, because I might have to retreat this Urshifu. I'm just gonna pass and hope my Sobble doesn't go down. Which, like, if I were my opponent and I see this setup, okay. I mean, I would have immediately... If I had Darkest V-Star, I would just go after the Sobble. No questions asked. That would have opened up the right hand play, I guess. But for me to have the raw right hand in that situation, it's not very likely. Alright, we do see a Bidoof. Confirming the... I mean... the VMAX pairing or whatever it does, there's definitely no Dunsparce in this. Like I would bet money that there's no Dunsparce in this. Alright, Pumpkaboo and Bidoof to the discard pile. And by the way, if you're wondering why I showed the previous two games where nothing happened really, it's just like to be super transparent that I show every game that I play. Yeah, every single game that I play. Whether I win or lose, I don't change things. I don't say, oh no, I played this very badly, or this deck, it's not working, and I need to wait until I get a good game. No, I show everything, and no questions asked. Okay, and there's a Tapu Koko, so like, I have a really big advantage in this match. I could risk the Melanie and try to get a KO, but I feel like that's definitely not necessary at all. My opponent has one card left in their hand, which we don't know what it is. But that's okay. Alright. I did price 2 Drizzle, which is really unfortunate. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab Irida with the Irida. I will be grabbing the Herballoon and the Auxiliary. Actually, yeah. If I grab Auxiliary, they could just go after it. They have a one-card hand, though. If I grab Inteleon, that's such a big tell. And I can't grab the Incense because I need the Herballoon to be able to use my attack, so... yeah, Auxiliary actually isn't great. I'll just grab the Inteleon. Alright. We're gonna bench the Sobble, attach the Herballoon, go ahead and retreat, attach the energy, and then go keep calling for Remoraid and another Sobble. Honestly, best case scenario, they go after the Urshifu. Well, best case scenario, they just knock out the Sobble. That is the best case scenario. There's a Coco VMAX, so they must have top decked the Coco VMAX, right? And they grabbed the P-Barrel off of the Arceus V-Star. What? Okay, they are playing Dunsparce. That's not ideal. They know I have the Inteleon in my hand. Oh gosh, I can't believe they have the Dunsparce. Okay. So then, perhaps Raihan is my play here. Knocking out both the Bibarel and the Dunsparce. I was definitely not... Okay, that's a really good top deck. I was not expecting my opponent to have these two. That's okay. Alright, so I definitely think it's gonna be Raihan. And what else? Probably a Scuba Net so I can reutilize an Inteleon. I do have access to Cheryl potentially next turn, which is really good. So I will go ahead and evolve this friend. Then I will Raihan. And I will grab Octillery. Because grabbing Octillery is like grabbing the energy, but then I have follow-up energies, if you will. So then I'll do this. Rapid Strike Search. For this. Oh, wow, I also priced 2. Okay. Alright. Then I will go ahead and do this. And okay. So I have knockout on these two. Then they could end up paralyzing me. So maybe I should just only knock out one. Maybe I should just knock out the Dunsparce. That feels like a bit of a waste though. If I get paralyzed, yeah. I feel like I need to protect myself against the paralysis. So if only Bibarel had 130 HP, that would be great. So I could survive this attack. Yeah, I really can't afford to be paralyzed, so since I can't KO this without a damage modifier, I'm just gonna place the damage there. My prices are still at D6, right? But I really don't want to play into the paralysis of the Tapu Koko. Okay, so I have any Rapid Strike card and okay, I could potentially Cheryl and KO next turn. So I can use Octillery to grab the Stadium. I'll play on the Stadium, retreat into a Drizzle, evolve that Drizzle, grab a Scoop Up Net, pick it up, and then evolve the other Sobble into Drizzle, and then grab Cheryl, heal. Oh, but I would only be healing one Urshifu. I'm one Urshifu short of doing that. Maybe I should have evolved this turn so I had 2 Inteleons. Or I had 3 cards total. 2 cards, I guess. Inteleon and then the Drizzle. Plus the switching card, which I needed anyways. Okay. We'll see. I think we're in a good spot now that we can... Like, we technically need to attack twice. And we win the game. Which is a very good spot to be in. Might not even need to Cheryl, honestly. 2 attacks wins me the game, so perhaps I don't need to Cheryl. Alright. We see a Luminion. Could see a Marnie. Could see a Boss. Yep, just a Marnie. Alright. Alrighty. What are we gonna get off of this Marnie? Will it do its party trick? We got the Drizzle, we got the Scoop Up Net, so that's pretty good. Now there's Aluminium I could potentially target at some point. Oh my gosh, there's the Dunsparce again. Alright. If they rebench the Dunsparce, that's gonna be scary. Potentially. We'll see. Yep. Okay, there's a Dunsparce. All right, so change of plans now. See, as you need to continually adapt, right? Continually need to readapt and change your strategy. Now it's Melanie time. Melanie the active, search for the energy, and now I'll KO the Beebrill and the Dunsparce. Putting me at 3 price cards, and then all I need to do is knock out one of the Tapu Koko VMAXs, which hopefully of my price cards, which I will probably get a Drizzle out of them, I will be able to get that setup going. We'll see, right? We shall see. But it's looking good. It is looking good. I think a big thing was not playing into the paralysis. I think that was a really, really major thing. All right, so there's the Drizzle. I know I didn't prize the Melanie. I saw it earlier. I have access to the energy, which I will use the energy now because I don't want to draw an energy off the Melanie. I mean, I will use the search attack right now because I don't want to draw the Melanie. Really don't want to draw the Melanie. I mean, the energy of the Melanie. Jeez, I can't speak today apparently. All right, so now we go Melanie on the active. There, I still managed to draw the energy somehow. Okay, so let me think this through. All I need is one more attack plus a boss. So I have the energy, I have this, and I have Scoop Up Net for the boss. So I can definitely afford to play this. I'm just trying to think of cards to get rid of. I know I definitely won't be needing, because I have the win next turn. I don't want to make my deck bigger. So we're going to G-Max Rapid Flow. Now we say goodbye Beebrill, goodbye Dunsparce. Poor Dunsparce. It just shows up to get knocked out. And now we are one card away from winning. I mean, one turn away from winning. My opponent is down 2 Marnie and a Pulpad. Do they play for Marnie? Perhaps they do, perhaps they don't. We shall see. I will say there is merit to Tapu Koko VMAX because very few decks are playing Switch, and a late game Roxanne pass Tapu Koko VMAX attack could potentially seal a game, right? That process is pretty brutal. Thankfully, though, it won't matter here. This is where my opponent shows second Dunsparce. That would be pretty crazy. It's also pretty crazy that my opponent plays one Ordinary Rod and they managed to get it out of their almost 30 card deck off of a Marnie plus the Quick Ball to immediately replace the Dunsparce. Like, that is generally impressive. If I didn't have... Yeah, okay, so now I just win. If I didn't have... If they did have a Dunsparce, could I deal 200 damage to the bench? I don't think I would be able to. Actually. Okay, so we're gonna go Scoop Up Net on the Drizzle. Promote this friend. And then we're just gonna see an auto concede right here. Unless I boss the wrong Tapu Koko VMAX. So now you can see the damage that I did on the very, very first turn, where I chose not to play into the paralysis. So I chose not to take a price card, right? I could have taken 2 price cards that turn. I chose not to take a price card. And that literally won me the game. Yeah, choosing not to take a price card. I assure you, 99% of players in that given situation would have taken the 2 price cards, right? Because 2 is better than 1. Because it's making the best use out of their attack, right? And also potentially, like, you're knocking out the Dunsparce, so now you can deal with the Tapu Koko VMAX, and you don't care about residual damage because they have weakness, right? And you have Choice Build, you have Blasters, you have Zigzagoon, you have Quick Shooting. But there's more to it, yeah? And once again, this is, like, I feel like I talked about this in yesterday's video. If you want to check that out, I definitely recommend you do, because I feel like I touched on a lot of points that, as if you're watching this and you want to try and get your invite for next season at the World Championships, and you watched yesterday's video and you're watching this video and you're watching this unfold right now, I can tell you, yeah, these are the little things. Yeah, I chose not to take a prize card. Yeah, who does that? Very few people, but those that do excel at tournaments. Okay, so it's all about analyzing beyond the obvious. All right, so if you're looking towards qualifying and playing in the 2023 Pokemon season, I do offer coaching, so make sure you check out my MetaFight page or send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I'll give you all the info for the coaching and we can set something up if you'd like to. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very happy with yesterday's video and this video, really being able to showcase the difference. Yeah, however you want to call it, skill, analysis, whatever it is, there is a difference. Yeah, and it's part due to the fact that I've been playing for over 20 years, but also because I put in that effort, right? I have that knowledge and I put in the effort to be really good at this game. So yeah, pretty happy with this, pretty confident going into Worlds. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.